Welcome back, everybody. Jabari here, back again. Not playing today, so casting.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, just a nice set here between the Origins of Symmetry and TeapotMaster here.
Yep, very excited to cast this one, actually. I'm familiar with Origin of Symmetry, I believe it is. He's changed his name a few times, which makes it a little bit difficult. But yeah, we can just call him Origin. I paired up with him in a tournament. Definitely has an incredibly unique style. I think, at least when I played him a few months ago, it seemed like build orders were holding him back a bit. But once he got to his ideal comp, he microed like crazy. And Geo also faced him in a water tournament, and I actually watched their games. And Origin went straight galleys every single game, which really shows a commitment to sticking with your own theories and doing things your own way, and kind of ignoring the meta.
Yeah. John CC3, thanks for the raid. What's up, yo dude? Appreciate it, guys. Hope you're enjoying your. We do have a set for us who's joining us, but yeah, Teapot has shown some strength here in his previous bracket. Looked pretty good, and you having some information on the Origins of Symmetry going to be interesting. Now you said once he gets his build orders right, so like is he just running off random build orders then, you think?
Well, I might just be projecting, but when I played him, it felt like he just called GG when I showed up with an army produced by a build order. That's like a position that I had found myself in a lot before I embraced build orders, like the enemy just shows up with their first 3 scouts or their first 4 fire galleys before you have anything.
Yeah.
But if allowed to get units, he like incredibly overperformed. So
Nice. All right. Yeah. Well, home maps are Banana for TeapotMaster and Monkey Arena for Origins. So no water, so we won't be seeing any galley play from Origins. But good news, guys. We're right around the corner from best of fives. More maps, more games between players. Really looking forward to that. And as far as civs go, Origins has Burgundians, Lithuanians, Poles, and Bulgarians, all expansion civilizations of recent memory. That should be fun to watch. And then TeapotMaster going more of the classical route with Magyars, Franks, Britons, and Berbers. So I am really looking forward to seeing some of these civs we haven't seen a lot of. And there's going to be some unique matchups. Magyars appearing here. We've only seen them drafted maybe times this whole bracket, so should be interesting.
For
Game
sure.
One.
Yeah,
Game
Arabia's
one.
gonna. Yeah, let's do it.
Arabia's gonna what? You want to finish your thought?
I was gonna say it looks like it's gonna be a Cav versus Cav battle almost for sure, unless TeapotMaster is planning to use one of his back end civs here for it.
Well, I am into game one at 5 seconds when you're ready.
Cool. I see there's 2 parts. I assume there's like a drop or something like that.
Actually, they had to play the second half of game one on a separate day. They posted in there with their games. Don't know what that means, but they apparently saved. Play the next day.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not sure what that means at all, but it is written there, and we do have both parts. I assume.
Yeah,
we're good.
It makes me feel like this is going to be an incredibly long game one. Either that or one of them had an emergency.
Yeah, happy to cast your games, man. What is this username? Who are you in the tournament, by the way?
I feel like this must be Origin because TeapotMaster. TeapotMaster, I believe. Yeah,
right, yes,
TeapotMaster has played under the name TeapotMaster in Twitch, so cool.
Well, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it, and we're happy to cast games. Always here for it. I'm at 5 seconds and ready to go, though, because if this is going to be a long game, let's do this. 3,
let's rock.
2, 1, go. Alright, in yellow, Bejahoon, which is Origins.
Yeah, let's call him Origin.
Yeah, we will. In yellow, and he is going to play Burgundians of Civs, not too surprising. And then TeapotMaster here will be playing in the gray, which right now is actually white, so we're going to fix that. There's like white and gray, it's really awkward. And Magyars. Interesting. Magyars are a solid civilization. One that we haven't seen frequently, though. A lot of other civs being picked over Magyars, probably since they're lacking that economic bonus early on.
Yeah, I mean, there's really only one Arabia-like map played in most of these sets, and I guess Magyars, while a popular civ, aren't too many people's number one Arabia civ, but I think that they're pretty much on the cusp of being a candidate for number one, and I'm really not too surprised to see them picked here.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see this generation too. It looks good for both players. Everything looks like it could be walled if they want to wall it. All these wood lines and the cliffs here for Teapot actually quite helpful for that big wall if he wants to go for it.
Yep, definitely fortunate generations for both players as far as Walling's concerned. Origins, in particular, I think looks really nice and easy to get a tight, secure wall with everything inside. But I would not complain about Teapot's mat either, though his golds are kind of dicey.
Yeah, that's true, but he has a good access. Different, they're spread out. They're not all on one screen, so it's not like one tower can deny all the gold things. So like it a lot actually. Paladin on Paladin, Yo-Yo Dude suggests. Possibly, but I don't know if you want to go Paladin against Paladin with Burgundians here. No bloodlines, really costly to get there. I guess Burgundians it's half price though, right? So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can also get it so much sooner. So you can possibly force the game-winning fight long before the Civ that conventionally needs to do Cavalier and then Paladin, both an Imperial at full price, could.
That's true. True, yeah. It's a very interesting civ. I actually really like the Burgundians, and I would love to play them, like specifically to learn them a bit more. But I have this stupid bug that I just want to continue to play random. So I haven't picked civs in a long time, unless it's like islands. But Magyar's a civ that also benefits from the free attack upgrades for melee units. So that is a huge boost early scout numbers and +1 attack coming in instantly and bloodlines available to Magyars. Scouts feel so much better here for them.
Yeah, I mean, Magyars, I expect to have like the better feudal attack for sure.
Indeed. Yo-Yo Dude, listen, that was random civ, my friend. How all my ranked games are. Go check my profile out. There's way too many games with way too many civs that I don't play often.
Yeah, and you keep on saying that Magyars do not have an eco bonus, but getting 15% off on their scouts, if you're going scouts, is something of a straight eco bonus.
Sure. I mean, I believe they are a great civilization. One of my favorite civs. But I think why people hesitate away from them, especially in this draft scenario where there's no bans, is you could have Franks here and have great scouts early as well and get free farming upgrades through the whole game kind of deal, you know? But
Indeed, yeah, they're just not too many people's top choice, I suppose.
yeah, big walls coming up here for Origins, as he will be able to wall up here. It looks like, although there is a monkey, the Furious Monkey is just going to be passing and will potentially be walled out here quickly. So the wall up looking alright. Loom on its way here. Villager following. This is actually farm eco, so Origin's going for a fast castle.
I wouldn't assume that.
I don't think you drop farms unless you're going into fast castle with Burgundians here.
Well, remember what I said, that he's not exactly a strict build order guy.
Yeah, I mean, I dig it. I think it's going to be interesting for sure. On the other end, we already have TeapotMaster up. His barracks on its way up. He started to wall up the front a little bit, but otherwise, not so much. Monkey is coming in for aggression now, though. So Teapot is trying to go that route. Second field does
Yeah.
come over, though, so...
Oh, and these are some cringe-worthy walls, man. It looks like he is just, so close to having the ideal walls, but he's adding so much extra surface area here.
Yeah, he sees it, too.
Well, he doesn't see it all the way to the extreme edge of the map, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's there's not an especially good excuse for these walls. I've done it myself, so I won't fault him, but it's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Stable is being rushed down by TeapotMaster here, so he will be going heavy into the scout production, most likely. Not really walling up super heavy, but will continue those walls, I imagine. Monkey fighting Illumedville, and it looks like one Ville may have already gone down here? Can't really see the Ville.
It must, given the eco KD of 1-0 and 0-1. I would assume the monkey did it, because how else would he possibly have gotten a kill?
Yeah. So we must have missed that villager pickoff there, but Origins is going to be walled. It looks like it's good too. I don't see any potential holes. Maybe between these two houses. No, it looks pretty clean to me. So a couple houses, he'll be up, and he is going to have a ton of farms. I like it. I like it a lot. He's playing his map here. Looks pretty good.
And no barracks makes this seem possibly like an FC, but at 24 pop, maybe it's like a fast feudal into stone walls into medium fast castle or something. Definitely a unique build. It reminds me a bit of the build I've been doing, truthfully, except for the fact that I have been going for feudal military.
Yeah, I think this is potentially a Costolier castle play, honestly. Would make sense to go to stone here and go unique unit. He's not on stone yet, but he is in a really good way with his economy. Gonna have really good resources, wall up behind this. Blacksmith, yeah, he has no intention of building a barracks here, it looks like.
Okay, so yeah, this is a straight FC. I do like on Arabia, like going 24 up for your FC so that you do have access to stone walls and towers. You're just like absolutely helpless if they come in with their own towers or men-at-arms or so many other sorts of attack if you're still in Dark Age for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a nice change up from what we've seen though as well. It's not meta, and it's going to be interesting. And he is going to follow these scouts to repair here, so he's definitely preparing for the long ball game. I like it.
I like it. I mean, it's arguable who's set themselves back more, Teapot by making the scouts or Origin by dedicating so much time and resource to walling. But I feel like the walls are actually a much better long-term investment than the scouts. And assuming he is able to get a significantly faster castle age, like he can leverage that into so many different things.
Yeah, and it's without a doubt going to be faster as he's only a few hundred food away, lacking one building, but he is not in any hurry at the moment. Why no horse collar for yellow? Yeah,
I think he played a lot of the farms before then, but yeah, especially as Burgundians though, ooh, there's kind of no excuse for that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely hurts. I mean, Yo-Yo Dude played into Civ win and late Imp. I don't know about that. We'll see what happens here. But I think Burgundians are just underrated overall, to be honest. I think they're a solid economic civilization. And when you make yourself a little arena, things can spiral really well for you here. Snowball, however you want to say it.
Though Origin is not making full use of the economy bonus. He actually has res in the bank to get like 1 or 2 more of these eco upgrades. But yeah, I guess his APM is focused on the walling and economy management right now.
Yep, he will be up though, and that is good. Mangudide. Oh, that's a fucking spectacular name, by the way. Thanks for the raid, man. Appreciate it. I like the name. Not gonna lie. So Castle Age is gonna be a few minutes ahead, probably. It looks like no market here for TeapotMaster, and looking have Zico pretty well set off though. Does have all of Zico upgrades here, which is very nice. Mangadai, thanks again. Do appreciate it. Appreciate the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
Yep, and it is. I assume it's not deliberate for Origin to skip all the eco upgrades. Yeah, as he gets horse collar in. I mean, it can honestly lose you the game to forget your feudal age economy upgrades. So, especially as Burgundians, to not see him getting those, he's set himself back hundreds of resources already.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, he is up. He's going to be up and have no stone income, so this is not going to be for Costolier, which is what I predicted. He is going into Spearman.
Oh, it's got to be just straight knights. You saw him get the armor for cavalry. He's got 2 stables. He's gonna have a full like minute 15 where he's the only player with knights out. And I mean, it's Burgundians, man. You know they're going for Castle Age Cavalier.
It looks like we already have some issues with the lag, and now don't be alarmed if you're just joining us. This is part 1 of 2 parts for this game, so we expect the game to fall out here, and then we'll refresh with the second game they submit. Yeah, upgrades for both. Cavalier instantly coming in here. This is 2 stable production. Will be 3 stable, so this is going to be a very aggressive Castle Age here for Origins, who, if you're just joining us, is Beju Haran. I'm even pronouncing that right.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with like cavalry civ mirror matches on Arabia with Burgundians, but I feel like the player who's bringing Cavalier is just going to be fighting with strictly superior units, man. If it comes to just straight Castle Age Cav versus Cav, I strongly prefer Origin with the faster time up plus the Cavalier. But yeah, let's load the next set.
For sure.
Next part.
For sure, guys. Again, there was a save, a restore. So just 1 second, we'll load that game up. And I'm actually going to adjust the scoreboard so it says Origins, because I can't look at the name anymore and keep saying Origins for everyone that's showing up without me losing my mind. But we'll load into game 1, part 2 that they sent. I'll change the scoreboard's name. I'll pause immediately. I'm at 20 minutes and 18 seconds, Jabari.
Yep, me too.
Okay, give me a second. Let me change the name here. Then we'll be good. I'm just gonna put Origins. I'm going to do it even the lazy way. So, and we have Origins in yellow.
Origin is singular. There's no S at the end of his name.
My silence is disapproved. Alright, we're back. We're ready, Dry?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Cavalier is coming in. Looks like the save was properly done. And we're going to have Cavalier and 3 stable production, but we're going to need see what he does with this damage-wise. His opponent is up as well, and adding a second town center behind this, going to be playing defensively. So defensive knights with bloodlines and full attack upgrades for Castle Age and +1 defense against +2 defense and a second town center as well here. So Origin is going to have a pretty safe economy. Will be forward with the Cavalier that will lack bloodline.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty evenly matched. I do love the addition of monks by Teapot. In low-number cavalry fights, monks just do tremendous work. And, man, I keep on looking up at Origin for those eco upgrades, and I think that he's going to fall behind a lot without them.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're seeing here. We'll see you, though. Still time to get him. Military numbers are pretty equal, but Teapot does have more because he has scouts on the field and the monk. So he's actually outmassing. And honestly, with these knights, the difference between knight and cavalier, for those who won, on the bottom of your screen here, you can see +12 attack for the cavalier. They do not have their attack upgrades, or it would be +14, 12 +2. And they do have their +2 defense compared to +2 +1 here for TeapotMaster. It is still 120 HP per, so Cavalier really only benefiting from additional attack once fully upgraded here, which is significant, but unless those upgrades come in, not so much.
Oh, they also have 1 extra armor. I guess it's a total difference of 3 damage per hit.
Oh yeah, I miss that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we do have Wheelbarrow coming in for Origins now, and 2 town centers for both. Origin with the villager lead. Yeah, it's pretty good. Eco upgrades lacking a bit, though. Cavalier numbers, not the greatest, but both players just kind of booming and building up numbers right now.
Yeah, and Teapot has like a bafflingly large score lead as well. I wonder if that's affecting Origin at all.
I believe that is just simply scouting. If I pull up scouting here and zoom out, this is the scouting for Origin. Shift scouting of, yes, Teapot has the whole map. So that is purely a score-driven up there, as far as that is concerned. Very heavy, as well as eco upgrades and military numbers being slightly higher. That probably explains what the difference looks like here. Origins is getting +1 attack now, so this will be a favorable fight for him at any time, depending on where the monks are and the numbers, which he is falling behind in the numbers here.
Yeah, falling behind in military numbers plus not having monks, I feel like Origin would lose a fight here if taken. And it appears like the fight is about to be forced. No, Origin, of course, always has the ability to run away.
Yeah, players just kind of passing at the moment, really. Alright, fight is going to come in, actually, and there are 2 monks here. He's going to have to run with these Cavalier numbers. HP difference is quite significant here, and honestly, these Cavalier can be chased after for quite some time. Teapot should be very, very pleased with his position after seeing this army have to make a run for it here. On the other side, though, a 3rd town center has been added. There are more Cavalier at home, potentially trying to run home to get the Cavalier into the mix. Worst plan here, and if he can find a hill to take the fight on, I think he should be pretty happy with that, as Husbandry Dust now completes. Thought turns around.
Yep, this is just some crazy cavalry numbers we see building. Neither player really wants to commit to any sort of fight. I guess Origin might literally be almost waiting till Paladin. That power spike might be his golden opportunity to actually take a good fight.
Yeah, and I mean, the way these guys are booming right now and just hanging out at home for the most part, wouldn't be the worst position to do that. Yo-Yo Dude's saying he told us so. Honestly,
well, as Burgundians, it's like clear from minute 1 of the game that they're going for Paladin.
Should be clear, but ultimately going to lose a few vills here potentially. 1 goes down, 2 goes down.
Gonna lose a TC maybe. This number of knights can take down a TC so comfortably, maybe even before the Cavalier have time to get over here.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers here look pretty good, as we see HP just ever so slightly even.
Yep, this should definitely be a good fight for Origin. Unfortunate to lose the TC, but
he's not fighting with everything, though. There he goes. The bad initial engagement, but it looks like he is going to take it.
Yep, Origin had a few vills in there tanking. I guess it helped the fight a little bit, but definitely not worth the economy damage. And super good job by Teapot to catch this 1 TC. It's like the only vulnerable spot for Origin, and he just sniped it.
Yeah, he killed 11 vills now in total, taking quite the villager advantage here. Booming on 3 TCs, and honestly, once the once the Magiars get to the next age, I would favor them until we have a difference in unit here, and the economy difference, it appears we're going to have pretty good timing upgrades coming in for Teapot in comparison.
Can you elaborate on why you favor Magyars in the next age?
Well, bloodlines on their paladin is pretty massive
So
compared to no bloodlines.
I don't play Burgundians myself, so I guess I don't know exactly from this, but I play Poles a lot. And I find that when you're facing a Paladin Civ and you're going, for Poles and you just go for Cavalier, I feel like it must be similar to Burgundians where you just go for Paladin right off the bat. The Paladin player is minutes behind to get Paladin. Like the window of time at which you have your fully upgraded Paladin as Burgundians here versus TeapotMaster, who will only have Cavalier, should be long enough for Origin to take a decisive fight, I feel.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's definitely possible, but I mean, I didn't think he was going to be up. He market abused here, so he's going
yeah.
to be up first, and he's going to have those upgrades much faster, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why, they always are so shocked to see Paladin in a high level 1v1. It's like, takes so long and is so expensive to go to. Origin's going to be there. Honestly, probably like 5 minutes sooner than his opponent, possibly sooner enough that he'll be able to clean up everything and won't even be worth it for Teapot to go Paladin himself.
Yeah, I mean, he may not once he sees the imp timing. I mean, he's going to need to get a castle down. He's got the stone for it. He needs his buildings. He's got a university coming up in the back, and then maybe he'll click up, but he does have the stone for a castle.
Yeah, Teapot has really good res, man. I see it with a lot of players in this tournament where it looks like they have imp resources, but they choose to not click for whatever reason. Maybe they just don't want to play with the market a little bit. But I think floating all this res and not clicking imp sooner is a big mistake.
For sure, for sure. It is 4 relics behind this nicely for Teapot, so that is helpful. He still has a massive score lead, but obviously the imp timing has affected by that. See how the score looks after he hits Imperial Age.
Yeah, but this is honestly a dream unit matchup for Origin. He will literally be fighting Paladin versus Knights. Maybe Cavalier will come in at some point early in the fight. But, I mean, pretty much, it's a short list of things that you don't want your Paladin to fight against. Like, Helms are obviously at the top of it. And, yeah, I think Origin's going to shred.
Yep, and there will be the Paladin upgrade coming in. Be a few minutes out, but the plus 3 or 4 in defense here are going to be coming in. Is that what, plus 4 then it will be plus 4? Plus 5?
Oh boy, and he's going to be just in time to deny this castle as well. Excellent timing for Origin.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really good time to fight here. He's going to pull back and probably wait for his upgrades, though. So, see if he denies the castle or not. But otherwise, it's still looking really good economically for Teapot. He has not shifted into pikemen or anything yet, so he's fully relying on his soon-to-be Cavalier to hold him out. But Paladin at the gate.
Yeah, if the gate is a strong point in the wall, I definitely wouldn't attack that of all places. Maybe spread them out across a few different houses. Definitely have one Paladin go around the edges to see if there's like a palisade spot, maybe. As Teapot, it looks like he's going to get, a very forced engagement here. Just in time to fight first Cavalier instead of Paladin. Really good by Teapot here. He's denying Origin the power spike that he was looking forward to taking advantage of all game.
Yeah, and honestly, this is really bad for him. He's lost a lot of his numbers, and he's going to be getting Paladin and not having a ton of Paladin. Only 24 Cav on the field.
Yeah, that was an incredible fight for Teapot, though Origin, as soon as Paladin comes in, Paladin versus Knight is just total domination. Teapot cannot take an engagement. He'll just get crushed. But Origin is still failing to find damage.
Backing up here, there are 4 monks here, so 4 conversions could help this out quite a bit. These knights do have the last attack upgrade. The Paladin are just about to get that. Honestly, this is a pretty good fight still for Teapot, somehow.
Yeah, I mean, his numbers were just better. Maybe the conversions came in as well. Origin did have a lot of weak ones.
And Teapot is healing up a few of these. They will soon be Cavalier. There we go. So that he will fare better in these fights now.
Yep, and Teapot almost has Paladin resources himself. I don't know if he's going to go for it. He's spending res on other things right now, strongly suggesting that he will not be clicking his own Paladin.
Yeah, I think he's probably just going to come take a fight with the Cavalier that he has here. And again, he has got the numbers, and all the Paladin are not forward. Origin keeps leaving these Paladins to build out home. I think he needs to set that waypoint forward here.
Yep, as Origin looks like he should be able to get in here, man. Are these units? They must be on stand ground. Yeah, I'm shocked to see this house wall hold versus Paladin for all this time.
Yeah, but there's an overchop.
Okay, this is very good for Origin. Even if he loses these units, if he spreads them out around the base, he'll get like countless Vil kills. He'll idle so much.
It looks like he's going for the town center. Should take it out.
He's taken it out in like just a few swings. That's actually insanely fast to take it down. I guess I don't fight Paladin versus Town Center too often, but I mean, they just like 5-shotted that TC.
Yeah, and this is a nice little trap. He's going to sacrifice a Vil. He's going to trap 19 Paladin in this tiny area, though. And he'll be able to whittle down these numbers quite nicely.
Yeah, this is impossible to see what's happening here.
Paladin are coming in on the other side where that other castle is trying to go up, though, so not sure he wants all of his numbers here. Yeah, he's still being able to take the fight. This castle is likely going to be denied here. Monk's not being paid attention to. He just now notices won't get any conversions.
Yep. Castle denial, always huge. Tons of Vils die. And I also think like it puts the denier in like such a strong psychological like position. I mean, you just panic when your castle gets denied. It implies that you really wanted some area of map control or something that you just had taken away from you. You have so much stone tied up in the foundation. People often do desperate things to try and get up their denied castles. Yeah, as Origin camps the foundation, which I approve of.
Ooh, Teapot does have a large number of light cav preparing to raid in the north that we've missed this completely. So this will be interesting. We'll have to pay attention to see if those go in. Another town center way out here on this neutral gold, which is nice. Villagers dying here to the Paladin in the south, though. Castle is ranging them at the moment. But ultimately, Paladin holding strong. There are 22 or 20 light cav, 3 cavalier about to head in to do some raiding, though.
Yeah, and it looks like there's overchops and stuff. This is going to be a little bit ugly.
Origin actually shifting into pikemen right now, and the walls are coming in. There's Paladin here that could easily go back and try to deal with this. Honestly, with it being light cav, shouldn't be all that difficult to deal with.
Indeed, yeah. If he can catch them before they enter his base, I mean, Paladin just fights so well versus light cav. And TeapotMaster stubbornly not going into his own spear line. When a player's going Paladin, I feel like you 100% need to go into spears. Like, in the absence of spears and halbs, Paladin literally just crush everything.
Yep, Corvinian army coming in, so he's going to go for Magyar Hussar against these Paladin. Without a counter to the Paladin, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just saying, I don't think I've ever beaten a player who was fully boomed going Paladin without halves. So I think it's probably a mistake for Teapot to not go that direction.
Yeah, I was thinking Teapot looked really ahead for a while after taking those really good fights too, but I think that halb shift needed to have already been in actually. But this is another massive fight here. There are 12 pikemen here. There's 13 light cav here, so ultimately not a good place to fight at all. And we have seen added archer armor starting to come in. Bracer has been upgraded as well. Maybe a shift into cav archers.
Yeah, it's possible that he misclicked the unique tech and he meant to get recurve bow. Also, I don't know. I'm more thinking skirms. It's a little late to start your cav archer mass. There's like barely any gold on the map. Like if you put all of your gold like from now on in the future into Cav Archers, you would probably barely be able to get like 30 of them fully upgraded.
For sure. No, I think it's a mistake. Halberdier about to finish here. There are 18 pikes in this fight going down. Are a few trebuchets here trying to keep this castle up. Stonewalling the side as well.
Yeah, oh, dude, Origins just winning this with unit choice. Halb Paladin versus Cavalier is crushing. It's like a doubly crushing unit matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, Teapot, now he's going into chemistry. Obviously, he's thinking of some ranged unit. He hasn't queued them yet. But, like, ranged units are just horrible versus Paladin. And Origin has been, I guess Teapot's now selling as well at worse prices, but Origin has sold a lot, he's mined a lot. He'll be able to repop these Paladin. In the absence of Halbs, Origin is going to win the game very soon.
Yeah, the town centers are all just going to be destroyed here. Very well done, honestly. We doubted it a little bit, or at least I was. But it looks like he's going to be just fine here. And the GG should come in anytime as the villager population is just going to plummet here.
Yeah, I mean, Magyars do get Halberdier, man. So I guess Teapot's original plan was to go for Paladin versus Paladin, planning to have the stronger unit in that mirror matchup. But circumstances had him never click Paladin, and I mean, he's just dying to Paladin. Though he's getting a very nice counter raid here, and Origin seems to not see it. If Origin doesn't see this counter raid soon, he could actually just throw the game.
Yeah, but can he kill the 78 military on the field right now is the important question. It's a massive number. If both these players kill each other off here, and it looks like Origin has recovered to realize this. Halbs are not fighting yet, but they should soon be able to deal with this. But the Paladin are just in too much of a mass with trebuchets behind this.
Yeah, but Origin's Vil count is incredibly low for a post-imp game. Teapot's taken a lot of damage, but he's actually inflicted more on Origin at this point.
Yeah, and the military continues to raid on both sides. But the one thing we haven't talked about is the expansion from Teapot here. He's expanded to the northern edges of the map, and he is starting to add barracks here. He will only need defensive upgrades and then the pike and the halb upgrade. So it's possible that he will be fine here, and more raids come in. Only 66 villagers not being repopped from Origins either.
Yeah, but Teapot's population is just in the toilet, man. Teapot has the kind of population that would make me strongly consider calling GG at this phase of the game.
For sure, he's down to 55, 53 pop in total. But he has a lot of res, he has a castle, he has barracks. I think he's going to try to do this.
Yeah, I mean, he is moving forward with a plan to switch to trash. He did get the Magyar Hussar no gold upgrade. He did not get Elite Magyar Hussar. I guess he only has one castle and possibly will not get a second one up. So yeah, he just calls it.
Yeah, makes sense.
GG to population, man.
Makes sense. Impressive. Burgundians, Civ that I've yet to figure out, and I really enjoy seeing them played. The Civ that I find fascinating at the moment, but nonetheless, Origin with the victory here in Game 1. Quickly, we'll look at the statistics in this beautiful Capture Age feature. But they're kind of skewed because we're missing the first half of the statistics. So, a little unfortunate, but overall, good Game 1. We're moving on to Game number 2 here in just a second, guys. We'll pull up the draft. I'll throw the maps back on the screen for you as well. TeapotMaster's home map is Banana. We get to go to Banana.
Wait.
Guys, if you don't know what Banana is, stay tuned. You will be thoroughly enjoying Banana map. Gotta get your potassium today.
Yep, and really good on Origin there to break the meta with his wall FC. I mean, we have seen it done in this tournament. I guess it's not that unheard of, but it is certainly not a generally recommended strategy.
Sure, for sure. But it's a good one, apparently. It works out well. I'm at 5 seconds on Banana when you're ready.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. Banana, Jabari, I leave it to you.
Cool. So this map is banana. It is designed to look like a banana. In this case, it's a pretty straight one, but any banana, if you like rotate it correctly, will look straight. They're not all the same. Players start with 200 pop space. They each start a different tip of the map. These trees have a ton of wood on them. The forage bushes have a ton of food on them. This black void terrain can actually be pathed over, but you can't build on it. Very unique, bizarre map. The meta on it is still largely unsolved. We've seen Franks be successful with their forage bonus. Lithuanians is a curious choice here. There are no relics, so I guess, and there's no relics, and there's such ample gold that both the relic bonus for attack on cavalry and the trash bonuses feel kind of irrelevant here. So Lithuanians, I don't see the plan for them here. It's possible that Origin just kind of had no idea what to do.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I mean, we'll see what happens. Lithuanians are still a solid civilization choice, although, some of the bonuses for the Civ will be heavily negated here. Monkey fight, and... okay, TeapotMaster will be a little bit ahead in the HP here. Now, with that said, Franks have been very successful on this map. We've seen them twice. They've won twice. But it's still young in the age of the Dark Banana map. And we'll see how this works for both players, honestly. I think Lithuanians are a solid Civ selection just for any map, realistically. But obviously this one hurts a little bit without the bonus. Now, speedy trash units could play some effect still on this map, even though it is a bit of a strange map for that sort of movement, but nonetheless could play some part.
In the abundance of gold, trash is almost never the way. I mean, like, trash units, they'll strongly counter the opponent if they're going for a gold army of just the type that is countered by them. But if, like, a player is going for a mixed comp of gold units, I don't know, man. It's just almost always better to go for the gold option, be it knights over scouts or crossbows over skirms.
Very true. Very true. TeapotMaster shows up for the live stream. Very good to have you. Hope you guys have been enjoying the tournament. I know we've been doing a lot of casting lately, but it's been very enjoyable. So I hope you have enjoyed it as well.
Yep, and thank you, TeapotMaster, for picking Banana. I am shocked at how often this map is being picked. I guess players go for the weird stuff, man. I was under the impression that people like the more normal-ish maps, but the frequency in which we are seeing Banana kind of disproves that.
Yeah, I mean, it appears that this map has just piqued the interest of a few players in the tournament. We've only seen it picked, I
feel like five,
6 times? Yeah. Which is still kind of surprising to me. We have a lot of maps in the pool, so... and we have seen, like, Banana Cove and Monkey Arena quite frequently, but Banana and Banana Grounds all have been showing some interest lately, and we'll be very curious to see what happens in Best of Fives that will shortly be approaching us. This boar is just stuck. It's so confused. I feel so bad for Origins. It refuses to come through. There we go. Yeah. At least it's under the town center now.
Some weird stuff happens with the pathing on this map. No question.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But nonetheless, TeapotMaster's food collection will be superb here, having that bonus a stable, most likely in his future. But for now, feudal age for both players. Doesn't look like any sort of fast castle build on this map today.
Nope, and I wonder what Origin is going for. No barracks yet. Here it comes. As Lithuanians, I mean, you really could go for any of the feudal options.
Yeah, and it's gonna be just kind of a stalemate on both sides. I think it's gonna be scouts for both players, honestly.
That is probably the most likely thing, scouts into knights, which is just straight up better for the Franks player.
Oh, just stab the monkey in the back. Just stab it in the back. What a play. Sorry. It's on 1 HP. Origins noticed it and just took it out. Love it. Oh, and some walling around the town center.
Yeah, we saw this. We saw this in a previous match, and it didn't seem to work.
Yeah, the ideal of safety behind walls on this map just non-existent, really. But you know, maybe just gonna secure that side. No, he's gonna try to secure the little map for himself. Interesting.
Well, I mean, he's walling in a tremendous amount of resources here, so he can live within these walls for quite a long time, happily. He is versus Franks, however, so not expanding is kind of begging for a castle drop in the near future.
Yeah, I can get behind this, though, because you do have a ton of res under your town center, and this will make it much easier to defend, only having to worry about opponents coming from the one side. He has yet to try to wall up the far side of his base there, so maybe this is just for, yeah, his farming eco and what's under his CC at the moment. Stable
Yep, I mean,
blacksmith for TeapotMaster. Go ahead.
I was going to say, as Origin confirmed in the map, or in the chat, he had no idea what was coming with this map, so everything we're seeing from him is improvised.
I love it. I love it. It's surprising me that players select home maps that they don't know how to expect. But
oh, well, this is Teapot's home map.
Oh, that's right. Yes, my mistake. Spearman just dancing over here in the mist of the dark abyss. Got to love it. Good. This is good content right here. 2 spearmen fight in the dark abyss. Alright, moving on. Back home! Stable numbers. I must admit here, this is a lot of scouts. A lot of scouts.
Yeah, I've always been wrong when trying to assess how much damage scouts can do on this map. I mean, they seem like they should be able to get nothing done, but I feel like the last time we saw a small number of them, they did work. Definitely going for a prolonged feudal age here is a mistake. You just can't fight feudal versus castle on this map. Like, if you lose the fight in the front of your base, there's literally nowhere to like run, so you can never be at a significant army tech disadvantage. So a few scouts is definitely acceptable. Anything else to delay your castle age feels just like an outright mistake.
Yeah, we'll see if any damage does come in here. There is going to be 5 scouts moving across the map. 1 spear, 1 scout in defense right now.
Yeah, and the economy arrangement is so awkward that I feel like it's extra costly to need to run your vills away.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's something to have everything under your town center, but having to idle them at all on this map is just brutal. Lots of spears being added here from Teapot, so he is concerned with the scout numbers as they are running through the abyss and he has to chase.
Yeah, and I see the scouts stuttering. I'm sure that they're doing the bad pathing thing. I'm sure Origin is not trying to run back to land, but there's a weird phenomenon with the Void where the units prefer to path back to the banana. Yeah. So you could see they were kind of magnetized to the land there at different points. I'm sure Origin had to micro them extremely hard to have them run through the Void like that.
Yeah, it's very awkward, but all in all, forcing some spears to be built. Full walled at home. Shouldn't be too long before he's on his way up, but see, knight numbers should be coming forward. Frank castle's very cheap, and we do have some villagers on stone, so Teapot looking to use that bonus to his advantage.
Yeah, this is a very uncomfortable position for Origin. I mean, he's not going to be able to get up very soon. I mean, he'll click up soon, but then he'll have minutes to go. And in the meantime, I mean, there's just absolutely nowhere to run. Like, I personally go for like extreme defensive buildings and fast up times on this map because I'm just terrified to fight at a tech disadvantage.
Yeah, Scout's gonna dive in, gonna cause some idle time, ultimately not gonna pick off a single villager here. We will turn our attention to the front where we have, what is this, 6 knights already masked with +1 defense, headed forward. So Origin will be at a disadvantage, but he will be safe within these walls for the time being.
Yep, and Teapot, he took longer than he needed to come forward with these knights. Origin knew he had them. I don't know what Teapot's gaining by having them mass up before coming forward.
Well, GG comes in immediately. Origin's not having any of this. Teapot takes one of the quickest games on Banana I think we've seen. But ultimately, I do agree with him. I don't know what chance he would have at this point. Super behind on his way up now, and very behind with the knight numbers. So I don't even know if could be considered an early GG, to be honest.
I mean, he almost had stone for a castle. He could have stonewalled behind, repaired, slammed a castle right next to his TC. But in the heat of the moment, yeah, he's in trouble.
So you think this is an early GG?
I mean, I would not have called GG here if my plan was to slam that castle. It looks very reasonable for him to be able to get the castle down. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good job. Good job. I also noticed that you figured out the hotkeys for Fog of War plus the unprompted memes today. Very nice, Juicy. Very nice.
It's been fun. I'm enjoying the memery around here. Something we've been messing with and trying to use a little bit more. But yes, things are working out well on the production side. Going to go to the Sieve Draft here in just a second. This map has been very interesting, but it is now behind us, and we have yet to update the Sieve Draft itself. But here we go. We have Arena, Monkey Arena coming up next, and I will refer to your judgment since you are more of a clown than myself. Who do you think we're going to see?
I don't like either of Origin Civs here personally. I guess Pole's the one that I see more frequently on Arena, so I'd guess that's what he's going for. And TeapotMaster, Britain's is considered like a top 5 Arena Civ. I would expect TeapotMaster will bring Britain's, and we'll see Britain's versus Pole's. Pole's are insane if you take it to an Imperial fight. And Britain's kind of have a hard time closing it out early. So in the anticipated matchup of Poles versus Britain's, Poles might actually look okay.
Interesting. I'm surprised Bulgarians is not on your list of civs here that you'd like to, honestly, because I've heard good things about their siege.
I'm pretty unfamiliar with their siege. What are these good things you hear?
I believe they're like half price to upgrade. And against Britons, could be pretty massive.
Yeah, well, I'm loading up the game here and I see that I'm correct.
Well, of course. Way to ruin the drama, the suspension, the build.
Sorry. I didn't realize you were doing that.
Trying to. It's all good. All things considered, we're at game 3 here. The decider between Origin and TeapotMaster. I'm at 5 seconds, Jabari, when you count us down.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Yep, and here we are on Arena, Poles versus Britons, 2 civs that I am extremely familiar with. I see Teapot in chat saying that Spirit of the Law says Poles are the winningest civ on Arena. I almost always pick Poles in team games on Arena. Like, they're able to get fully upgraded Cavalier very quickly in Imperial Age, and I think that they can outproduce a normal civ with heavy cavalry, like 4 or 5 to 1. Their unique tech gives them 60% off on their heavy cavalry. Plus, they get gold from mining stone. Those two things combined mean that, like, in team games, you can spam cavalry, like Cavalier, the same way that like Goth would spam Halberdiers. Like, you can produce them forever and not care if they die. It's rather insane. But in 1v1s, when you have to worry about castle drops and all this stuff, and there's like a decent chance that you're not going to be able to boom to post imp, Yeah, I don't know, man. Poles need to get there. I don't think they're very strong at all prior to that phase. And yep, he's also going for the full work here, showing that he knows what's up with the poles. Yep, the full work. Another thing that Spirit of the Law said that I found is very funny is the full work is a mill house. You know, like mill house
No.
down. Yeah,
No, I think it's
yeah.
great. But yeah, only one house needed when you're going to go full work so early, honestly.
Yep, and honestly, he doesn't need to push the deer with his full work here, but you know, to each their own. And on the other side, we have the Britons. I mean, on Arena, you can honestly like open longbow if you want to. Their ability to field army and multi TC boom with the half off wood TCs is kind of unrivaled. Like they of all the civs who want to bring army and boom, they might actually be the best. And yeah, it's probably most common to start with crossbows and then move to longbows later. I mean, and the thing with those archers is they're like so difficult to counter on arena. Like, I guess because the fight's always in one place, it's like extra easy to keep a sharp eye on them and avoid onager shots.
Yeah.
Um,
No, solid civilization for this map, completely viable on open maps as well. Britons are just so good. Many situations. Poles, though, could be good civ to go up against them. We'll see what happens. It's
yeah,
gonna be awkward.
I gotta agree with chat here, man. As poles, like when you face halbs, it just sucks. Like they don't have fully upgraded skirms. I don't even know if they like. You definitely don't want to go for scorpions or something versus Britons. Like Britons can snipe all the siege at a distance. Like it really feels like Halb Longbow crushes poles, and I'm saying this as a person who's played both of these civs a lot. Like if I'm the poles here, I don't know, man.
I think unique unit is like their only option if they're up against Alb.
But infantry is just so weak.
No, for sure. I agree.
Archers, yeah.
That's what I mean. Obok is, or Obok, whatever you want to call it, it's a very interesting unit, but against a Archer Civ, definitely hurts them quite a bit.
I mean, let's see how they play it. This is Origins home map. I think we've seen Teapot do pretty well on Arena, so I don't know if Origin's going to have like a strong clown advantage. But I don't know, man. I do, like I keep saying, I hate poles in 1v1 here. As the picker and home mapper, maybe Origin knows something that I don't.
Yeah, and this early eco could be really nice. We'll just have to wait and hear. Zealous is talking about Obok saying they're decent versus archers when they're in mass. But
Yeah. I mean, I would believe it. It's just as poles, I just like to reserve almost all of my gold for the Cavalier spam. I guess I really don't play a 1v1 viable strat as poles on Arena.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen whenever they first came out, I know the Viper was messing around with Luke Skirm builds. So, I mean, it's definitely something that we could see here. Not saying we're going to.
Yeah, just thinking theory, Obuk Skirm sounds decent.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But it is his home map, like you had alluded earlier. So maybe Teapot not the biggest fan of Arena. Hard to say. But he's going to Stone. This is definitely going to be something to do with Stone. Although he does gain the gold from Stone as well. That's right. That's their weird bonus that I will never understand.
Yeah, the Poles Arena build 100% collect stone as a proxy for gold. It's so nice, man. Whether you want to, just have more stone in case you need to drop an emergency castle or you want to do a multi-TC boom, the fact that you can get your gold from mining stone is very nice on Arena.
He's going up after this Veil, though. Would this be a Trush?
25 is way too late for an effective Trush.
26?
Yeah, way too late. I mean, like, if you get trushed, the other person, I don't know, man. As soon as they get to Castle Aids, the trush is done and it starts to be canceled out. And 26, like, you're not going to have a very long window while the trush is pushing and the opponent is not castle.
I mean, 4 Vills seems like a lot, though. But I guess he's going for the gold production, really, adding the stone behind it potentially. I don't know. I don't know how to read polls, honestly. It's such a different Civ, especially with this stone mining / gold mining at the same time situation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's gonna go market blacksmith into a boom. He'll probably just go like straight monks to collect the relics. It really slows your boom down a ton to go barracks stable and produce the scouts. So while it's normally a mistake to surrender the relics on arena, kind of looks like that's what he's gonna do.
I mean, against Britons, I mean, he's gonna have to try to outmass, right? No matter what he goes for, he's gonna have to try to outmass the archers. So maybe he's thinking he'll just take the map position once he's boomed up and have the extra golds. His market blacksmith, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Origin is in chat saying he plays a lot of arena. If he picked Poles as his home map Civ, I will respect it and assume that he knows passable strategies for every matchup. Like, I guess I'm a Turks arena player, and even for what some people might consider to be like counter picks or whatever, like if you play a map in a Civ enough, you know how to deal with the different things. So I'm very curious to see what he does here as Poles.
Teapot got Town Watch and a Vil before Castle Age, and now Origins is actually getting Loom. He doesn't have the gold. Or he had the gold. He got Loom? I feel like this may have been a mistake in the build for him here.
No,
but
dude. The Loom implies he's dropping the castle.
But before going to Castle Age? I guess.
Yes, that way you can send the Vils. I mean, if you want to drop the castle with maximum efficiency, you send the Vils out, like, on the way up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, looks like he's got 7 on stone now. He's only 100 away, a little less than 100 now. So a low eco castle push here.
I dig it.
One Vil headed for... Wait, he's going to outpost all the walls this early?
He wants to know if there's an unusually good spot to hit with the castle, and honestly, if he builds the outpost revealing the stone there, and he castles the stone inside the walls, it denies TeapotMaster the ability to ever counter castle.
Yeah, and Origin in chat, excellent. Or Teapot saying he did lose his monkey in the scout fight, and he did. Yes, the scout monkey only has 1 HP here, so moving these Vils forward could be...
I think that...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's a mistake for TeapotMaster to not add archers. One of the advantages of being an archer Civ on Arena, I think, is that by getting the archers out, you can properly deny almost all castle drops. Like, 4 archers patrolling on the outside of the walls would fully deny any castle drop. And that looks like the way Origin is going to win this. You know, we're talking about how horrible the late game matchup is. Castle dropping and just trying to take a huge advantage early makes the late game irrelevant. And TeapotMaster, he got Town Watch because he was worried, but it ain't stopping anything here, man. He's getting castle dropped. It's going to be on the stone. TeapotMaster is not going to be able to build his own castle. He's going to lose the game, man. Like, if you get castle dropped and you're unable to build your own castle, they can castle crawl you. Like, there's no good defense for this without your own castle, man. I'm really worried for Teapot.
Yeah, he's gonna go for TC boom. So his option right now is to boom up as best he can here. Honestly, it's looking to be interesting, but I don't know. It just feels rough. It feels rough here.
I mean, honestly, like, the pattern of getting a forward castle denying the other person's stone is such a dominating position. Like,
yeah, the other stone for him is over here on this side by an outpost under this vision.
Yeah, the outposts allowed him... I mean, these outposts are absolutely huge. They allowed him to identify where the stone is, so he's able to place the castle in the perfect spot. They're also giving him vision of the secondary stone. TeapotMaster is not realistically going to be able to get up his own castle. And, like, I don't know, what if... yeah, he's making a mangonel now. Or he's going to very shortly.
Yep, Obuk, siege push. And he should be in fine shape here. He has full vision on the map. If we take a quick look at the scouting here, very muchly sees every resource he could except for the main gold here for Teapot. So he is looking to control those, and he's still on stone with 5 vills as well, and he's actually going for a battering ram, so not going to go. I guess he expects his opponent's booming at this point.
Yeah, battering ram does work here, and the fact that he's still on stone, like, yeah, if he castle crawls this, there's just no defense without your own castle.
Yep, 1 TC at home behind this, gonna stay that way for a while. Not enough villagers on gold for Teapot to buy a castle at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you need like literally over 1,000 gold to buy a castle, and you set yourself back so much if you do it. This layer of house walls, it doesn't do too much.
Yeah, I won't do anything here.
Teapot is not reacting appropriately. I bet Origin is thrilled with this position. I'm sure that he's played this strat many times. He's seen the different ways the players can react to it, and basic pattern recognition tells him that he's winning this game probably pretty soon.
Yeah, and there's not even a barracks for Teapot, so he was in full boom mode ideally, and market will even go down for Teapot.
When you're losing to this kind of thing in Castle Age, the more you boom, the more you're hindering yourself. The Vill lead is actually irrelevant. What matters is how quickly you can muster something that can counter this. And TeapotMaster, by continuing to get eco upgrades and multi-Q Vills, he's just not going in the direction he needs to. He needs to urgently drop everything besides producing whatever units he's choosing to try to counter this with. And honestly, like maybe a few siege units and monks could counter this if he just dropped everything and went for those, but no, he's still economy focused. He could get up to 120 vills, man, and it would still matter. Yeah, I mean it would like matter in a way, like he could take massive damage and still hypothetically maybe get to it, but the time to switch your focus from economy to military is as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean he's adding a blacksmith and a barracks and an archery range, but won't have enough time to mass anything. The ram numbers are up to 3, and they have all been loaded but 4 obuks apiece. More and more keep coming. Honestly, there's another castle coming forward, and
oh man,
the TC will go down to Ram's obuk here.
Yeah, this castle denies a ton. I think that like at this point the correct thing for Teapot to do is like run from his base with as many vills as possible so that he's in a position to literally lose his whole base and still be competitive. He's not switching to military, he's not migrating. I mean, he is switching to military, he's making a few crossbow. But the obuks and the rams, he's gonna have to vill fight the rams. The vills will get shredded while doing that.
Yeah, and honestly, his main gold is here. Without gold, he's not going to have much of an army either. Rams go down.
Yeah, Zello's calling us out for saying that Vills wouldn't win the game. I mean, like...
in this position at the moment, 72 Vills against 40 with 0 military. Honestly, against 20.
If the Vills were fully relocated, I think that Teapot would be in a better position. But the Vills are just condemned here. These Vills are not long for this world.
Yeah, and he actually is gonna try to housewall this, it looks like, but fails to. The Obuk will find even more Vill kills. Teapot surrenders with an 11, a GG. Origins with the forward castle strats here with Poles. Takes it.
Interesting. In the end, he kind of didn't use that many of his Civ's bonuses. Of course, he did the stone for gold thing, and he used the full work. But pretty much any Civ could fundamentally do this same strat. Well played by Origin. Thank you very much, TeapotMaster. I know this is his third set played in this bracket. It's a pretty deep run, respectable for sure.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching these games from him as well. Thrown some interesting ones out there for us to cast, and hopefully he in as well. Do hope you guys stick around to see what happens moving forward for these players. If you have not done so, please feel free to hit the follow button. We do have a lot of sets left to cast. We are going to update said bracket in a moment. I will throw up the YouTube if you do want to get caught up to that. And this is not the final bracket of the tournament either. There is an open division anyone is able to join. That will begin March 1st. There is the Google Doc for that. We will have... This is like the round of 16 right now, so we still have quarterfinals, which will be best of 5s to cast. Semifinals and finals are both best of 7 to cast. Going to be very, very entertaining. Looking forward to those. Ari, how about yourself?
Yeah, of course I'm looking forward to it. The deeper we get, the higher level of play, the closer the matchups, the deeper into the map pool we'll get. So we might get to see some of these maps we're not seeing too often, like Jungle Nomad, Black Jungle. You know it.
Indeed, indeed. But if you wish to avoid spoilers, now would be that time to look away from your screen. 3, 2, 1, too late. You want to do it now? So we have Origins taking a 2-1 set here from Teapot, and he will move on to face the winner of Captain Thomas and Eltivator, and they will be playing next weekend. Some delays in that one, unfortunate, but fine, we'll manage. And Yo-Yo Dude and the Serb here will be playing by Wednesday, I believe, so should have those games in today or tomorrow. Gonna be interesting here. Jabari going up against the Call here in the coming week in a best of 5. Should be fun. And Alakog awaits the winner of Yo-Yo Dude and the Serb. And then Asylum against Versort here. Gonna be interesting.
For sure. Yep, I see Origin is in my half of the bracket. Perhaps we'll meet.
Yes, perhaps. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. Unfortunately, we don't have any other cast sets. I cannot talk. Sorry, so many words. We don't have any more sets to cast at this scene. It's unfortunate, but I will be playing some 1v1s here soon. Not tonight, though. I have stuff to work on with this. But we will have these sets as soon as we get them. We'll cast them, basically. Otherwise, I will be playing some team games and or playing self. There to see that. If you also wish to join the team games, there's the Discord. Everyone that we play with here. The other dude in chat saying his set is tomorrow. Perfect. So we should be back tomorrow then, depending on what time they finish, to cast that set. Looking forward to it.
Yep. Should be a good one. Yo-Yo, I know. Let's see if you can make it out of the best of 3 rounds here. These guys from the lower bracket have been doing quite well. I'm very surprised to see Alakog making this deep run.
Yeah, Alakog and Yo-Yo Dude both going up. They might even face off against each other. We'll see. We'll see. That should be fun. But
Indeed.
nonetheless, guys, I'm going to find someone so we can go raid. Someone we haven't raided before, preferably. And we'll send you guys in that direction. If anyone knows anyone, now would be the time to speak up. If not, I'll just pick someone at here. Teapot has lost to both Alakog and Geo. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Love this community. So many people have played against each other in tournaments. situations. It's crazy, actually.
Yep. I mean, it's been awesome so far, and yeah, dude, I think the ending of this bracket is going to be epic. The players all in it now are quite experienced. They're fighting really hard, and yeah, man, I got to focus on my game, but I think there's going to be a lot of good action.
Oh yeah, cannot wait. Actually, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Can't wait. We're gonna send you guys over to somebody here named Hippo around it, but we're gonna send you guys over there. Guys, enjoy. Raid function to work. Send you guys over there. But again, thank you for hanging out tonight. It's been fun.